Welcome to Fun with Drums. I'm Mickey Dolenz. Welcome on a Wednesday. How are you, folks? Good to be with you. Great show today. Great guest. A very funny gentleman, and I take pride saying that I got this guy his start. I discovered him in Boston. He opened for me, and I talked him into moving to New York. And since then, he's gone on to do Letterman, The Tonight Show, Conan's, multiple of everything. Shot a movie, wrote a movie with Louis C.K. And a really good guy. Just had a baby. Here's a little sample of his work.
Did you guys know this? Pablo Picasso, you know when he died? He died in 1973. Did you know that? I thought he died in 1380. I almost shit. 1973? Picasso had a car. Is that unbelievable? Pablo Picasso was driving around Spain in like a Honda Civic listening to Black Sabbath on the radio. Ozzy Osbourne and Pablo Picasso were working at the same time. He saw 6 Super Bowls. I thought he lived next to a blacksmith. The guy's like at home watching the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs on a colored television set, drinking Mountain Dew. And some of you might be like, Mountain Dew, that wasn't out in 1970. It was. Do you know when it came out? I thought like maybe 1975, 76. 1940, Mountain Dew came out. Hitler was jacked up on Mountain Dew. He was like in a...
I didn't know that. Picasso, again, I thought he was a 1300s, 1400s guy. That's a sample of his work. Also, I didn't mention, he just shot a special last October that's coming out in May of this year called Small Ball. Please welcome my buddy Joe List. One of the best comics in the country, and yes, I will brag that I discovered this guy in Boston. He opened for me, the Comedy Connection, and I was in the back watching. I go, this kid's got serious potential. Didn't know he was an alcoholic at the time, and he used to beat midgets. But yeah, he moved down to New York not long after that. Well, he opened for me, and all. Anyways, the point is, he does Conan O'Brien a million times. Tonight Show, he did Letterman, and is one of the most polished, funny guys out there. It's my boy Joe List. Joe, what's going on?
I'm happy to be here. It's great to see you. I'm a little under the weather. I fucking blew too many guys in the village last week. I think I caught something.
I told you. I told you, if you're going to blow guys in New York City, Upper East Side, get the old with money. You can't.
I know, but then I got to go to the subway. I'll get stabbed.
Well, that's true. Man, that... Yeah, I just, it's changed a little bit since I've been there. And so first of all, I just watched this clip of your wife, Sarah, coming out with a baby and saying, guess who did a poopy in the... That's funnier than most shit out there. I click on stuff. There's comedians that are selling out 3,000 seats. I watch 8 minutes and I'm bored stiff. Boy, did I miss the train on that one, Joe. How old are you, Joe?
That was a funny video. I mean, we collaborated because Sarah had the idea. My wife is very funny about,
yes, she is.
Guess who did poopy, and assuming it's the kid and it was her. But she was saying it like it was me. It's horrible. It's all over the place. And I said, no, you should say it in the same tone. Like you're happy. You shit everywhere.
Oh my God, he's directing his wife now.
So we collaborated. I'm taking a partial credit. And
I told you, he's a writer, director, handles all that kind of stuff. And his wife's not even German. And a nice poop joke. I don't know why. The Germans are always associated with scatological. Brett Butler said that to me once. She was watching me at the Comedy Store in L.A. She goes, very funny. You get a lot of scatological stuff. I go, I know. I can't organize my thoughts. I thought she meant my jokes are scattered all over.
Nick is no fun to play categories with.
Yeah, there you go. She goes, you dumb guinea? That's not what it means. You know what it means, you redneck. You shit your pants. So let's first talk comedy before we get into you being a baby. Oh my God, what am I fucking high? You being a baby and your wife being a midget. It's very interesting. We gotta. You said I just read that you said you Shot a special, I guess, in October. It's coming out in May.
Yes.
Do we have a title yet?
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it Small Ball.
Ooh.
Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I kind of like it right off the bat.
Well,
I've seen you in the shower. I get it.
The title came years ago. The first time I opened for Louis at an arena, I did the fucking whatever you call it, the Forum, the LA Forum.
Nice.
And he's like, "What a great show!" Joe List playing small ball at the Forum, and all these guys are shooting in arenas and all this stuff, and I'm still in the clubs, just kind of doing dick jokes. So it feels like my version of I draw a walk, I bunt a guy over, and then I try to single him in. I don't do any tricks, none of these home run balls, and I try not to strike out. So I'm going.
First of all, Joe doesn't just he's a fucking great comic. And I did the Forum with Dennis Leary and a couple guys. That was pretty interesting. Like Kevin James.
Great room.
Yeah, right? real intimate setting. Fucking hot dog vendors. That really says it. It's small ball. I like the ring to it. I was hoping.
And I shot it in a club.
Which club?
Zanies, Rosemont.
Nice.
In my opinion, Joe, might be the best room in the country. At least I'm doing it in a month or two.
I love that room.
Yeah, I'm going in there for 2 nights, and I kill harder there than it reminds me of how hard I used to kill, like when I did a 20-minute set at Nick's in Boston, that type of for an hour. And I had some fans. I'm talking about me now. It's Joe's interview. And then this happened to me. But there was some Minnesota Vikings and retired Chicago Bears in the audience when I was there. They must have just stumbled in by accident. I can't believe they were fans of mine, but that was fucking weird. And you know who else? The guy that's sung the national anthem for the Chicago Blackhawks. Not this guy. Do you know that Jim Corneliuson guy that sings it like nobody else should be able to sing it?
Right.
It wasn't him. It was the guy that he replaced. I go, "You're the guy with the booming." He goes, "No, that's not me." I sucked the life right out of him. It was very.
You know the guy that played Michael Corleone? Not him. The guy that played the guy that played guy number 3 in the wedding party. He was there.
Exactly. Oh, he was playing a fern in Michael's office. That's right, a plant. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's great. That's how many are you going to shoot? A couple of them? First of all, let me ask you a question. I haven't put one out in a while, and I'll explain that in a second. But people are doing shorter versions now, right? You don't do a full hour anymore. People, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did an hour because I'm not a pussy, but I think some people are doing short things. I don't know. Mine's like, 52 minutes or something.
Oh, then that's... Yeah, because I see a lot of them that are like 35 minutes now and stuff, which, look, my first instinct is like you can't do but then I'm like, I don't know that people, I remember Tom Papa saying it a long time ago, saying that they should be like 40 minutes, and I sort of agree. I don't know. But what the hell, if you're killing and people are having a good time, they would want more of it. It's like when people go, I liked the movie, but it was way too long. Well, it's like saying a blowjob is, she took forever. Well, what? If you're enjoying it, why would you care how long it is, right?
Well, that's the weird thing too. Is everyone talks about you don't want it too long. People have a short attention span, but then every time I bump into somebody, they're like, "Have you watched all of season 8 of White Lotus?" Oh, what?
Yes.
Everybody's watching full seasons of TV shows in one sitting.
In one sitting.
Right.
You binge watched fucking 11 seasons of Billy and fucking Sarah. What? The fuck is that? I don't know. It's ABC's new one. No, that is a great point, and I'm guilty of that. Me and the wife will sit through 4 episodes of something, and but if you're enjoying it, like I said, if you're killing, they don't fucking. Have you done the room, Joe? We're talking to the great Joe List, by the way. Have you done the Salt Lake City? There's one downtown, and there's a satellite room in West Jordan. It's called. Have you done either one of those? Yeah, you did the one downtown.
Downtown. I did downtown a couple of times. Yeah, I love that room. That guy's great, Keith. He's the man.
Yeah. I've done the one downtown a couple of times, and the last time I did the other one, And again, now I'm like, I don't know if this is my favorite. It was fucking. They hadn't seen me in a long time, and it wasn't a downtown crowd. It was the people out in wherever West Jordan, and it was like a dream. And I don't do this all the time anymore, you know. But I was like, damn, if I was going to shoot something, that or right where you said. And when he, yeah, Rosemont.
Cameras roll,
huh?
So get some cameras, roll on it. It could be gold.
Yeah, I might as well, and whatever. I just, I don't. That was my next question as far as the purpose of these specials. Now, I don't know, but I don't feel the need. Well, first of all, I live in a town where I don't have a comedy scene at all. There's a place called the Wormhole, which is like within walking distance of my house. It's funny. My Andy's looking at the paper. She goes, Todd Barry's there this weekend, and whatever and somebody else came down, and I go, it's a little. First of all, it's a hole in the wall, but I guess the comedy room's in the back. My point being, the week we moved down here 5 years ago, I walked in to see what it was about at like noontime, and this guy couldn't have been a bigger dick to me. He was like wiping down the bar, you know, and he wouldn't even fucking look up. Yeah, well, he couldn't have been a bigger dick. And I go, fucking, first of all, I've grown out of this shit. But I didn't realize the Rome isn't, but he couldn't have been a bigger dick. So I've been living within walking distance and haven't ever been in there. And they don't do comedy every night or whatever. I think they pick a weekend to it, right, Dallas? I'm not sure. Right. So does that make me an asshole?
I don't think so.
No, thank you. God, I would hate if you said, yeah, I would have hung up on you.
Well, I think they don't do comedy every night. What do they do? Fucking belly dancing Monday through Wednesday?
Yeah, they have Jello shot night with fucking retarded girls. And they make them wear belly shirts. I don't know what the fuck goes on in that place, but that guy couldn't have been a bigger cocksucker. Oh, my God, it pissed me off. But like I said, then I see Todd Barry's there, and the real good ones, Chrissy Mayer, you know. Oh, I'm doing a Letterman now. So you're going to shoot 2 shows?
No, I already shot it. It's in the can.
Oh, that's right. It's coming out in May. So
yeah, well, somebody wrote to me. They're like, "What does it take so long? How long does it take to edit a special?" I'm like, "No, I got to write a new act."
Yeah, they don't know what we do. They don't know what the fuck we do. They still don't. It's the most misunderstood art form ever. They fucking, you know, you could show up and do a new hour, and you know, you do one joke from like 3 weeks ago. I already heard that. Yeah, well, go back to the mattress factory and fuck your fat wife for the rest of your life. That's how I talk to my fans. They love it.
Yeah, I got to. It'll be out sometime in May. And also, I made a documentary about Tom Dustin. You remember Tom Dustin? You know him, Boston comic.
We've had this of course.
Yeah.
And and remember what I said to you? I go, you did it about him and not me, for Christ's sake. And
you're the next one.
I was only kidding. But it's going to be in. Did I read? It's going to be in cinemas.
It's going to be in theaters, yeah, starting in April 25th and then May 9th. Yeah, it'll probably be down by you.
What do you got, a Jew connection in Hollywood? How the fuck? How did this?
It's a good movie. You make a brief appearance.
I want to know how you got it in theaters.
I had to blow 2 guys.
In the Village.
That's how I got the sore throat. No, I think cinemas are having such a hard time selling tickets, other than fucking, you know, X-Men 4. So I think I have a small following, a decent following, and I don't know, guy, he's a fan, and he said, let's put it in the theater, so we'll see how it goes.
But you say a guy from what? The fucking Lowe's Cineplex, the guy who invented it? I don't understand. Seriously.
He's a film distributor. I don't know.
But so your agent or your manager got in touch with the guy?
I think he reached out to me. He's like, I'm in the movie business. I keep hearing. He's like, he listens to my podcast.
I had one guy reach out to me. He was a plumber from Queens. He said he lived near you back in the day. Joe, we're talking to Joe List, one of the best comedians out there. I went to Joe lived in Queens, and he had like a couple roommates and shit. And I went over there. This is before, I think he was still hitting the sauce a little bit. I went over there to pick him up for a gig or something. I come in. I've never laughed so fucking hard in my life. I see one of the roommates in the kitchen or whatever. Then I see a pair of like brown feet sticking out of there's a sheet like a makeshift bedroom, like they're immigrants from fucking Jamaica. And I see a pair of like brown feet from Calcutta sticking out of the fucking thing. And I look in, I go, what do you do, murder a cab driver? There's a fucking guy right from New Delhi, like in his 60s. It's the funniest. I go, God bless, and then when you started making it and you did let him and shit, I go, he has to fucking write a book about, that's the life of a comic, man. What was that? Is that guy still alive, Joe?
He's alive. Yeah, I told you about that guy. His name is Jay. He was a 9/11 survivor. He got fucking trampled. He was in the World Trade Center. He walked with a limp.
No, did you sure you told me that?
Maybe not. I don't know. He got fucking stepped on and shit. He's all fucked up. And then not long after that, I think his wife left him. That's how he ended up being.
Well, yeah, he was a suspect, they said.
He's Indian, for God's sake.
I'm doing the racist thing. You bunch them all in. If you remember, after 9/11, of course, the media was saying, "Oh, fucking Muslims and are getting attacked all over the country," which is so much horseshit. One guy died, by the way, and it was an Indian Sikh, some racist idiot in Phoenix shot a guy was an Indian, a fucking sees the head thing and thinks it's fucking a Pakistani, whatever the fuck. But I didn't know that. I did not know that. Were you guys nurturing him back, like you rescued him from a shelter, or?
No, he was living there before I came. Sorry,
that's all right.
But no, he was living there before I got there. But his job, he was like the head of all the guys that wear the red jackets at LaGuardia that tell you which direction.
Oh, yeah.
It's over there. And so he worked with all these guys that were fucking idiots. Like, that's the best job they could get, was they wear a windbreaker and tell you which direction to walk in. So he would be yelling at these guys, and I must have told you this. It's the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard. It's like a poem by Allen Ginsberg. This is how good it was. This guy was on the phone. I was overhearing him. He goes, this is exactly what he said. He goes, listen to me very careful. Do yourself a favor. Knock your head against the wall 3 times and throw yourself down a flight of stairs. Dude, I fucking laughed for 25 minutes. Listen to me carefully. Do yourself a favor. Smash your head. That's what he said. Smash your head against the wall 3 times and throw yourself down a flight of stairs. He's talking to his employee like that.
Oh, mama son. Yeah, they fucking LaGuardia used to, and this was like right after 9/11. You go to LaGuardia and to fly out of there, and I'm not kidding. Depending when you were flying out, like middle of the afternoon, I go on a Wednesday, and there's literally 75 to 100 Muslim like cab drivers praying outside, like in an open spot in a parking lot. That's what you want to see about a month after 9/11. You couldn't make this shit up. I'm like, what are the fucking odds I'm going to make it to the Funny Bone in Winnipeg? Where am I going next? Where's my next gig, Dallas?
Next is in
Cohoes Music Hall.
New York?
Yes. I shot my
Come
last...
by the city.
What's that?
You got to swing by the city. You got to see my new place.
I do want to see a new place. I just don't want to see what surrounds it. New York City.
I'm in fucking Battery Park City. It's like a different world here.
I know. I'm
vacation here.
Yes. I used to... Well, you saw the movie Midnight Cowboy. I used to fuck an old rich woman in Battery City.
By the way, the World Trade Center is outside my window. I have a balcony. It looks right at the World Trade Center. So.
Oh, good. You'll get a look at the next one. Folks, if you want to see me do stand-up live, go to nicktip.com, click on the tour button. As you see, April 25th, Cohoes Music Hall, Cohoes, New York. And then May 15th and 16th is Zanies in Rosemont, Illinois. Cannot wait to do that. And if you want to support this show, the best way to do it is go to the merch page. We have all kinds of new stuff there. Mugs, hats, T-shirts, hoodies, DiPaolo, you know what, dildos, vibrators. And again, the plastic hips, we can't keep them in stock. Anyways, so get that at the merch page. And what else?
Watch full episode.
Oh, yeah, the important part. Thought I could get through it. For the love of Christ. You can watch full episodes of my show, Louder with Crowder, and all exclusive Rumble content ad-free with one subscription. So join Rumble Premium and enter the promo code Mug Club. That's one word to get $10 off an annual subscription. Do it. You'll be glad you did. Now back to more of my interview with the very funny Joe List.
Hi, good night, everybody.